All right, guys, so Sema 2023 has come and gone, but the show is so big that I wasn't able to go by every booth, so I wanted to take the time today to talk about some other new products that I didn't get to see firsthand, but are totally noteworthy and I think are really, really exciting. And number one is going to be from Meguiars. So Meguiars is actually in the Central Hall. I went over there, I saw the booth, but most of the other detailing products are in the West Hall. So I was back and forth. I didn't get a chance to talk to them, but they have 6 new products coming out. 3 of them on the kind of consumer retail side and then 3 on the professional side. And guys, I am super, super excited about these. So let's go ahead and jump into it. First, we're gonna start off with the retail side. And number one is going to be a brand new ceramic wash and wax. Now this one, yeah, great. I mean, there's a million of these types of products out there. Is this one gonna be better than the rest? I don't know, we'll have to test that down the road. They do say that it can be used either as a bucket wash or in a foam cannon, and that it increases water beading and slickness. So a cool new product from them there. Number 2 is going to be another, I think it's been around before, so I'm assuming it's just a revamp to the chemistry of the product, but that is their all-surface interior cleaner. And again, this is consumer facing, right? So it's pre-diluted and ready to roll right from the bottle. And one of the key features of that stuff is safe on all surfaces. So it should be safe on, you know, leather, plastics, even your screens, all that kind of stuff. You should be good to go with this product. Now the last product from their new retail line is going to be their new Ultimate Ceramic Coating. This is a spray-on product. It says it increases gloss and slickness, and it does have the ability to fill some small imperfections. So this is kind of reminding me once again of Cerakote's Rapid Sealant Ceramic Coating. Spray on, and that was just one of those ones that when I was testing it compared to a bunch of other products, it darkened the panel more than anything else and kind of hid a lot of stuff. So probably that kind of a marketplace, similar product there maybe. Again, I'll be testing that out down the road as soon as all this stuff gets released. But those are the 3 new products on the retail side for Meguiars. Okay, now that that's done, let's get into the 3 new products from the pro side. Again, very, very exciting. You all know that I absolutely love using their polish. I love using M110 and M210. Those are my go-to compound and polishes. Are there better polishes out there in the world? Yeah, probably, but the value and the consistent results I get from those products is why I keep using them. You can get a full, 32-ounce bottle, whatever, for 35, 40 bucks, somewhere in there, I think. So the value is just really fantastic, and they have a brand new polish coming out called M200 Pro Speed Polish. Now, they've had M100 out before, so that's a compound. M200 is gonna be a new polish that they're offering. Obviously, this is gonna be, you may be wondering, well, where does this fit in the line? There's M200, there's already M205, and then there's M210, which I use. So M210 finishes out really nice. M25 also does, but can create some hazing on some softer paints. And then they're saying that M200 is going to be more similar to M205, but easier to use. Low dusting. They say that it is formulated for long and short throw dual action polishers. And I gotta say, one of the things that I'm actually most excited about is the packaging of this. It's coming in a traditional cylindrical bottle, so it's gonna be able to fit on my bottle holders in my van. M110 and 210, as well as M105 and 205 come in a rectangular bottle, so those just kind of have to go up in one of my little cubbies in my van or in my shop. It's gonna be nice to be able to fit those in a traditional bottle holder now, so I'm actually super, super excited about that. I hope that they do that for the rest of the line. Now, pro item number 2 is called M300, and this is their solo all-in-one product. This is a polish slash protectant, so something similar to what I'm thinking of, at least. I don't know, I didn't get to test it, but what I'm thinking is going to be going after that kind of 3D speed marketplace, where you can do some correction, remove some light defects, and add protection at the same time. And this stuff is infused with SiO2, so it should provide good water beading and everything else. So I'm really, really excited about that. Once again, comes in the cylindrical bottle, so again, I'm very, very pleased with that. And last but not least is the new M888, and this is their Beyond Ceramic Coating. Now, from what I could see, they didn't list it, is it a 5-year coating, 7-year coating, 2-year coating? It doesn't list it, it just says multi-year coating, which I absolutely appreciate, guys. I think that the year ratings on these things have gotten out of hand. When I went up to Cerakote, I know they just released their brand new ceramic coating as well, and they don't list it, and their reasoning to me was, it depends. We don't want to say it's 5 years and then the person doesn't take care of it and it doesn't last that long, or the same situation, the substrate, the type of paint that it's going onto. If it's a softer paint, it may not want to hold on there, or it may get broken down quicker than if it was on a really hard paint. So those factors are going to be the same across the board. So to give a dedicated year rating is a little bit, I don't know. It's a good indicator, but not always 100% correct. You do have to maintain your coatings. So I appreciate that they just list multi-year coating. And they also say that this product works on obviously paint, plastics, PPF, and as well as wheels. Okay guys, now let's go ahead and move on to Gyeon. Gyeon is a brand that I absolutely love. They make some of the coolest bottles in the industry. Really cool on the kind of design side. They actually were not at Sema. They did not have a booth this year, but they did come out with some new releases. Now item number one is they updated their bottles. I don't think they needed to do that. I think their bottles were fantastic, but apparently they updated the triggers as well as labels. I don't know if they updated the actual shape of the bottle, but that was one of their key points. They're gonna be updating their whole bottle situation for their lineup. Along with that though, they came out with 6 new products for their lineup. Number one is going to be Total Remover. Now this is going to be a sealant and ceramic coating remover. So I guess, I don't know exactly what's in it, but it's gonna help break down your coat. Say you've had a coating on for a few years and you're not really happy with it, you want to reapply something else. You could probably use this to help break all of it down, then do your basic polish, and then be able to recoat it with a new, fresh coating. I have no idea the science behind it, but it sounds cool. I know a lot of people get that question, like, hey, what do I need to do before I reapply something else? This may be the choice. Next up is something that I personally, again, I'm in Southern California, I have no use for this, but it's called Defrost, and it is an ice removal spray-on product, I guess, for your windshield. So all of you that are in cold climates and you have some ice buildup, you'll be able to break that down. It's a de-icer for your windshield. Then they also came out with a new leather cleaner, an all-natural leather cleaner. So the pH of this, we'll have to see. I haven't been able to test this out. I don't know all the specs behind it, but I love Gyeon. I am stocking some of their stuff on my personal website, detailersupply.com, DTLRsupply.com. And so I'm very, very excited to test this stuff out. An all-natural leather cleaner. Obviously, you want to be careful with your leathers. You want to make sure that the product is pH balanced. Leather has a slightly different pH than other components in the vehicle. I can't remember. I think it's around 5.5 on the pH scale, something like that. Maybe 6, 6.5. Anyways, you want to make sure that your product is in line with that. Otherwise, it can cause issues for the leather down the road. So, an all-new, all-natural leather cleaner from Gyeon. Then we move into a new Eco Wash. Now it's interesting because they actually label this as rinseless and waterless wash. So typically those are two different things. One will be more concentrated so that it creates more lubrication than the other. This one, I'm assuming, is probably going to be just more concentrated and then you can dilute it down if you need to. I don't know, but cool that they give that option where you can use both as needed. Now for all those super heavily contaminated vehicles, we have a new product called Traffic Film Remover. It's a pre-wash for heavily soiled vehicles. So obviously, especially, it'll probably help with salt deposits and all that kind of stuff, I'm assuming, over the winter time. So that could be a good product as well. I don't know if that's gonna be something that you can put in a foam cannon or if it's just spray on before you do your initial wash. But a nice heavy road film remover could be a really, really good addition to your detailing arsenal. And last but not least from them, guys, we have a brand new glass polish. So obviously, guys, this is traditional, you apply it with a machine, or I guess you probably could by hand, but for some correction of surface contamination, surface imperfections of your glass. Fixing your glass is one of the hardest things to do, so a dedicated polish, I don't know. We'll have to test it and see how well it works, and also see what pads they recommend to use that with, because I'm sure the combo is going to be a big key factor on how well it performs. Alrighty guys, now next up we're going to be talking about Stoner Car Care. I talked about this briefly in my first video. I saw it in the new product display, but they have that brand new odorless iron remover and wheel cleaner. And I found out some more information about this stuff. So basically whatever the active ingredient is in all of these iron removers that stinks, they were able to remove that and put in place their own specific technology that they created. So it's I don't know, obviously don't know what it is, but instead of going on clear and making everything kind of melt out purple, this goes on blue, I guess, and then the reaction creates an orange color, and then you're able to remove it. So I've seen some people asking, does it work just as well as a normal iron remover? They say yes, we'll have to test that. But the fact that it's an odorless iron remover, game changing, right? A fantastic product there. I've talked about it in the past. The reason I don't like iron removers is because they stink. They absolutely do a phenomenal job. That's why I do use them. but man, are they stinky. So there are some that have more scent than others. There's some new ones out that have barely any scent. They do a good job of covering it up, but this one is a completely different thing, completely different chemistry, and apparently no odor. I've heard it just smells like an all-purpose cleaner. Additionally, they also have the MOB, Moab Mother of All Bubbles car wash soaps. And guys, to be perfectly honest with you, I hadn't noticed these in the past. I don't know if they're brand new or not, but they have 4 different scents and supposedly tons and tons of foam and bubbles for your either bucket wash or your foam cannon. So I'll definitely be checking those out because you know me, I love foam cannons. I love a good amount of foam. So the Moab Mother of All Bubbles from Stoner Car Care. Now the next 2 brands had just some kind of minor updates to their lineups, right? So G Techniq, they revamped some of their packaging, but they had 2 updates to their catalog. So they have EXO, they now have EXO version 5. So an updated version of the EXO ceramic coating. EXO I think is a 2-year is what they have it listed as. And I've always kind of used EXO as a topper on top of G Techniq Crystal Serum Light, but you can use it as a standalone product as well, super hydrophobic. So their new V5 is available. And then also on the PPF side of things, their new Halo coating, they're onto version 2 of that as well. So 2 updated, I don't want to say new because EXO and Halo have both been around, but 2 updated versions from G Techniq. And last but not least, we're going to be talking about P&S. They have a new concentrated fragrances. So this, I mean, it's cool. It comes in like a 16-ounce bottle. They're concentrated, so you dilute them down, you get a gallon out of it, or more. I guess you're able to kind of dilute between half a gallon up to 2 gallons, depending on how much product you want and how much scent you want from it. Obviously, keep it down to a half gallon if you wanted a stronger scent versus 2 gallons, it'll be less of a scent. But you can kind of work with it and see what you like. They have a few new fragrances for that lineup. And then they also have their new Inspiration Radiance Car Wash Soap. This is a ceramic coating maintenance soap. It's kind of like the ceramic wash and wax from Meguiars. It's not super exciting to me, but it could be one of those ones where, man, you start testing it out and you're like, you know what, this is better than all the rest. So who knows, we'll have to test that stuff out and see where it goes from there. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to highlight some new products that I wasn't able to see. I know there was some new stuff from Metrovac. There's other videos. I know Chicago Auto Pros was able to visit the Metrovac booth. A lot of it was kind of concept ideas that they are going to be producing, but they didn't have the finalized products there. But a lot of really cool stuff there. Viper Chairs has a new chair, scaled down version. I think they're calling it their sport chair. So it's a cheaper version, still not cheap. I think it's, I don't know, $300 to $400, something like that. So it's still not cheap, but they are scaling that down, especially made for the detailer. They're removing some of the foot components and adding more of a tray so you can store your stuff there. So really cool from them as well. But that's it, guys. That's all I have for you. So I hope that's helpful. Again, the ones that I'm most excited, I'm really excited about the new products from Meguiars, the M200 and the M300 all in one. Very exciting. Obviously, their ceramic coating, I'm excited to try that out as well. But that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we will see you on the next one.